Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making peppered gizzard. So for this recipe you'll be using gizzard. Even though it's store-bought, make sure you wash the gizzard to remove any dirt from the gizzard before using it. Also be using red bell peppers. I'll be using onion, chili pepper, Scotch bonnet peppers and tomatoes. These are the main ingredients for this recipe. So first I'm going to sauce my gizzard. I'm putting it into a pot right now, and I'll be adding ginger, ground ginger, and I'll also be adding garlic granules. You can use whatever spices you have at home to spice your gizzard, whatever spice your preference. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please support me by hitting the subscribe buttons and the notification bell too, as I upload new recipes every week. Thank you. So right now I'm just adding minced herb. I'm adding a little bit of curry, and I'll also be adding a little bit of salt to taste, and bouillon stock as well. So right now I'll be adding my stock cube, and I'll be adding a little bit of water to this. You don't want to add too much water because the gizzard releases its own juice. So I'm just going to be mixing it together. You can see this is looking lovely right now. I'll also be adding chopped onions to this, and I'll be sauteing it together, mix it well before I take it to the stove. So you want to cook your gizzard on medium heat while you move to the next phase of this recipe. So just put it on medium heat and leave it to cook. So right now I'll be blending my veggies together. I pour in my onions, my Scotch bonnet peppers, my bell peppers and my tomatoes, and I'll be adding a little bit of water while I blend this. So you want to blend it to achieve a coarse consistency, not a smooth consistency. So I'm just giving it a blend a little bit at a time, putting off the blender. Make sure I achieve a coarse consistency, but my blender is just blending it as it goes, and it came out a little bit too smooth than I want it to be, but it's fine, it's perfect, it will do the job for me. So now it's blended, I'm just going to pour it into a pot and I'm going to simmer it. You can see the gizzard, they release their own juice. Like I said, you could see the juice in the pot. The water in the pot is now more than the water added before, so I'm just allowing it to cook. My tomatoes are ready. I pour them into a pot, so I'm going to be cooking it on medium heat too. And cooking this on medium heat will make the tomatoes to reduce in size, and the water also in the tomatoes will be reduced as well, because we don't need the tomatoes to be watery. So I'm just going to leave it on medium heat to cook for a while. So you can see I'm just giving my gizzard a good stir. I'm going to be checking if it's cooked. I'm using a fork to punch it through. If it's really soft, then I'll know. And I'm just going to simmer a bit for about 2 minutes before removing it from the fire. Make sure to check your tomatoes. You can see as I'm doing, give it a good stir. Keep checking it, don't make sure it gets burnt. Now my gizzard are looking good, and I believe they are cooked right now. So I'm just going to be taking them off and putting them in a sieve. If you're still watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you like this video, so that a lot of people could get to see this video and this amazing recipe too. So I'm just removing my gizzard and putting in the sieve, and I'll be setting the stock from the gizzard aside because we're going to be using it later on. So I just set it aside. I'm also checking my tomatoes. Next I'll be frying the gizzard. I just want to do a little bit of deep frying, and they won't stay for too long in the gas. So I'm using the spatula to check. If it's bubbly, you know your oil is perfect and ready. And now I'm just gonna fry some parts of the gizzard. I'm just putting it. You can hear the simmer sound. That's the sound you wanna use with the oil. It's simmering and it's lovely. So I'm just gonna fry it for a bit, and make sure it doesn't come out crunchy. You want to make sure it's still firm. So just keep stirring for about 2 to 5 minutes and it's good to go. So now I'm adding the stock from the gizzard into the tomato blend. Tomato is a bit dry, so I'm adding it to it, and I'll be mixing it together. That will also form part of the sauce for this peppered gizzard recipe. So I'm just giving it a good stir, and my first gizzard is ready. So I put them in the other pot, you can see there, and the other gizzard is on fire. So I'm just giving it a good stir as well. You can hear the simmer, it smells and it sounds lovely. So I'm just giving it a good stir. Make sure not to fry too much, like I said, and I'll be removing it later on. My tomato blend is coming together. It's looking perfect right now. So this batch of gizzard is ready. I'm just removing it and adding it to the remaining ones over there in the next pot. I'm just removing it. Make sure it doesn't come along with too much oil, and put it in the other pot. So right now my gizzard sauce is getting ready. You can see it's looking blended together. The sauce and tomatoes are well blended. I'll be adding my gizzard now. and I'll be adding a little bit of oil from the oil I used to fry the gizzard, and I'm just giving it a good stir. You can see this is coming together. The gizzard sauce and the gizzard are blending perfectly well, so I'm just adding a little bit of oil to it, and I'm giving it a good mix. This is beautiful and lovely as it is right now. So make sure you keep stirring the gizzard so it doesn't get burnt on the fire. You want to keep giving it a good stir. Now I'm just adding some extra veggies. I had some yellow mixed peppers, red and green peppers, and onions in the house. I'm just putting a bit into the sauce, and I'm mixing it to make it colorful and beautiful. And also these veggies will come out tasting crunchy, and it's gonna be yummy too. So if you have some veggies in the house, you can just add it to the pepper gizzard sauce, or you can leave it as plain as it is. It's still gonna taste amazing as it is right now because this sauce is perfect and yummy. So this is how my peppered gizzards look like. You can see the mixed peppers, the gizzard and the sauce. It looks beautiful and yummy. So right now I'm just gonna serve my gizzard. You can see the mix of colors. You can see the peppers inside. See how beautiful this gizzard looks right now. If you like it spicy, make it spicy. And if you don't like it spicy, reduce the amount of spice you use for the peppers. So this is beautiful. I'm just gonna have mine with rice and potatoes. Thank you for watching.